December, December 5th. It's a Thursday, my shot day. So I did take my shot last Thursday, the 28th, maybe, whatever Thanksgiving was. But it was Thanksgiving, so I did not take a video. And then I thought, oh, I'll just take one tomorrow. And then I didn't. And then I thought, oh, I'll take one on Monday. And then I didn't. And so now we are getting 2 weeks worth of catch up in one video. So I weighed myself on Thanksgiving. That was the 28th. I weighed in at 238. So on the 21st, I had weighed in at, there we go, 238.4. And I kept thinking, this is so weird. I don't feel, and I probably had bathroom, issues going on. So I weighed myself again on the 25th. So I was 238.4. I weighed myself on the 25th. I was 235.4. So 3 pounds down in, a handful of days. But then on Thanksgiving, I was back to 238. So 238 on Thanksgiving. And of course, not that it's an excuse, but holiday times, it's Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas, then it's New Year's. I mean, there's always something. So I guess I get that I can't use that as an excuse really, or a crutch or whatever, but I probably have been eating more. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm super overeating or anything. So I think this is just my homeostasis for now. Somewhere between 235 and 240, let's say. That seems to be where I'm at. So it was 238 on my last shot day on Thanksgiving. I weighed myself this morning when I first got up, and I was 238.6, but I haven't really had bathroom time the last couple days. So today I went to the bathroom and then I weighed myself again and I was 237.8. So almost a full pound. All this to say, your body is crazy. My body is crazy. It hangs on to weight in the weirdest ways. So, stay strong. So right now my official is 237.8, which if I compare that to my last official of 238, I'm, a couple ounces down. So I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I had a nice one. My dad came over and we always, I feel, go through turkey very quickly. So this year we decided to go with it was like a 23 point something pound bird. Like it was big for just the 5 of us. And my dad doesn't typically eat a lot because he's on the shot, the Tirzepatide shot as well. But we like to send him home with leftovers. We had a lot of leftovers this time. So, and I made honey butter and he just thought that was the best thing ever. It was adorable. He's like, how did you make this? And I'm like, yeah, you literally just whip butter with honey, just, however sweet you want it. You just keep adding it. So I sent him home with turkey and honey butter. He didn't want stuffing, didn't want the green bean casserole, didn't want mashed potatoes or rolls, anything like that. He wanted turkey and honey butter. So I did that. And then my husband's family came over later that night for dessert. They brought dessert. We had dessert. So it was like just a bunch of pies and stuff. I don't think I had anything to eat for dessert that night because I was still full from eating earlier in the day. But it was fun seeing all the people. We are going to try, I think, to get together on a monthly basis just to see each other and hang out, which literally I've been saying this for years. I was like, we should have just a static potluck, like get together, because I like seeing them. And it's very hard to see everybody at one time because people have lives. But if you choose a designated day of the month, that's the easiest way to do it. That's how I have my bunko. That's how I have book clubs. Although I haven't been in book club in forever, but it's a general idea. I have monthly lunches with my sister. I have monthly dinners with a couple lady friends of mine. So you just stick a day and then everyone knows, oh, it's the, third Tuesday of the month or whatever. You just pick a day and go with it. Anyway, so I do hope that we do that because it would be nice to see them on a more regular basis. As far as health-wise, I've been feeling okay. I was really starting to have a lot of heart palpitations again. So I stopped taking magnesium because magnesium's tricky. It can help with heart palpitations if you're under magnesium in your system, but it can also start to cause them in your system if you have too much magnesium in your system. So, you know me, I'm just ever playing around with the kind of supplements that I take. So I decided to take magnesium out of the rotation and I felt better. I've had very limited, I think I've had one or two in the last couple weeks. Um, I think I'll probably put it back into the rotation maybe the next time I fill my supplement pill caddies. But I think I'm doing better without it. I'm still doing the zinc and the potassium. I'll probably not do those next week. I hear that zinc can build up in your system and you don't want that. So, and potassium can cause some weird issues. I'm probably fine on potassium for right now, so I could probably cut that out in my next cycle of stocking up on pills. Still doing the estrogen patch. It's 2 a week, so I do on Tuesday, Friday. Yeah. So I take my shot on Thursday. I do the patches Tuesday, Friday. I take the progesterone pill every day. And I just got the testosterone cream, so I just started using that, mainly for libido issues. We'll see how that plays out. It's only been a couple days. I'm not quite sure how long it takes to get into your system. So I don't know. We'll see about that. What movies have I seen? So since 2 weeks ago, I have seen, I watched the Martha documentary. That one was pretty interesting. It's on Netflix. I thought that she went to prison for insider trading, and apparently she went to prison. They couldn't get her on insider trading because they literally had no evidence against her. So they ended up getting her for lying to the government, but I don't understand how that works because if they couldn't get her on insider trading, then how could they prove that she lied to the government about insider trading? Like, it makes no sense to me. She's definitely a hard ass. Like, I don't know that we would be friends, but she definitely has a head for business. She knows how to work her brand. So it was a really interesting documentary about her. So I watched something called Buy Now, the shopping conspiracy. It's basically, I can't remember if I told you guys about this in my last video and I'm too lazy to go and check. So I guess if I have told you about this already, my bad. It's basically about how corporations are making their products to fail because they want you to continue buying because they make more money the more you buy their products. So they make their product to last, maybe a couple years and then you buy more. Or fast fashion, where it's only meant to last maybe a year or a season or whatever. How toaster ovens used to last 30 years and now they last a handful of years. Or phones, they're meant to be redone or, swapped out every couple of years instead of lasting for decades. And that's as a conscious effort by corporations because they want you to continue buying. It does them no good for you to buy their product one time and then sit on it for 30 years. It's kind of disgusting the way that it works. Our landfills are just crazy filled with things that just shouldn't be there because we shouldn't be buying them. And I'm not innocent in this. I love to buy things. I buy things all the time. But it's interesting learning the insight into companies and the very on purpose way that they do this. And they had some CEOs of like Adidas, and they had a lady that was who created the pages for Amazon. I don't know. It was the one thing I didn't like about it. There was like this AI assistant sound, and they would use it in and out throughout the documentary. They didn't need that. It quite bothered me, actually. I thought that was just ridiculous, and they didn't need to include that in the documentary. I watched Saturday Night. It's the making of the Saturday Night Live, the first time that they ever did Saturday Night Live. Everyone looked awesome. Gilda Radner looked great. Chevy Chase's character looked awesome. I found out that it's true to life in that the things that happened in the movie happened, but it wasn't necessarily that same night. Like maybe something happened 6 months in the future, or maybe it happened to Belushi instead of Chevy Chase. So they tweaked little details like that to make everything happen in one night. But it sounds like the majority of the stories of things that actually happened at some point. So that was good. If you're at all interested in Saturday Night Live or the history behind it, it was worth a watch. I went to go see Red One in the movie theaters with my sister and my family. It was so cute. Like, I like The Rock. I think he usually does a pretty good job in the most of the things that he does. I like the guy who plays Santa. His name escapes me, but he's just in a ton of things. It was interesting seeing Chris Evans in kind of I don't want to say bad boy, but he was kind of a douche, you know? He was just not a really good guy. He's on the naughty list. And seeing him in that kind of a role was fun. It was funny. I laughed a number of times. It was a good holiday Christmas film. I also saw Our Little Secret. It's a new Lindsay Lohan one on Netflix. The guy that she's dating in it, I'm like, that guy looks so familiar. I swear to God, I just saw him. And then I looked him up later, and he was actually I had just seen him in Red One. He has this really bit part called Beef Stew is his name of the character. And I'm like, that's where I know him from. So I thought that was kind of funny that I had just seen him the night before. But I liked the chemistry between all the actors in the movie, the Our Little Secret movie. The whole premise of that one is she and this guy used to date. They broke up. It fast forwards 10 years. She's dating someone else. He's dating someone else. The people that they're dating are siblings. And so they end up meeting each other again at this family holiday, but then they pretend not to know each other because they think it's going to be weird for people to think that they used to be together. Antics ensue. Kristen Chenoweth is the mom, is Lindsay Lohan's boyfriend's mother in it. And she plays her role very well. Tim Meadows, he's got a role in it. He's used to be on Saturday Night Live. He's been on a number of things, but that's where I know his start from. So if you're looking just for a fun Christmassy film, the Our Little Secret is pretty good. I really haven't been doing too many puzzles lately. I've done one in the last couple weeks, actually. I had my sister and one of my nieces came over to help me on it. It's a 50s vibe, almost like a Norman Rockwell style puzzle painting. It's cute. It's not one that I'm going to keep. I'll give it to my sister so she can give it to one of our friends like we typically do. I just went to a thrift store and bought another couple 1,000-piece puzzles. They should be okay to do though. One of them, it's a bird. Well, it's a lot of birds. It's kind of like a grid, and there's a bird like in each section, and there's maybe like 16 birds or something, but their colors are fairly different. So hopefully it won't be too difficult to put together. The other one actually is a bird design too, I believe. I think they're both bird designs. But again, the background might suck. The background is kind of blue on this other one, but the birds themselves are pretty, solid colors. So we'll see how that goes. We took all the Thanksgiving decorations down yesterday. And then we put the Christmas tree up. I don't have any of the other Christmas decorations up. I'll probably do that today, start working on the house. I did start wrapping presents yesterday. I already had like 2 or 3 wrapped. So I started doing all the other wrappings. I hate wrapping gifts. I really flipping hate it. We bought this Blackstone griddle, like propane griddle at Costco the other day. And then the griddle spatula type set that goes with it because it's on sale. And my husband's been wanting one, and why not? So I had him bring that up to the bedroom while I was wrapping. That thing is freaking heavy, and it's unwieldy. Like, it's gigantic. I've never wrapped an item this big before. So he's trying to give me like his hot take on how to wrap it. And the bottom of it is completely blank. So he had it standing on its side, but the way that he had suggested that I wrap it, it would have folded the paper weird, and I didn't want a seam to be on the top, which I know is so stupid because it's whatever. So I ended up just basically cutting pieces and just like wrapping an edge at a time, pretty much. It turned out fine, but it's huge. It's very large. I'm hosting Bunko. Well, my friend and I are hosting Bunko at my house this month. So I've been going out and buying the gifts for Bunko because there's 5 different types of gifts. I will not be wrapping those. I might put like some ribbon around it just to indicate which items go together, but I do need to take the price tags off that. And yesterday I got the big gift. It's actually quite pretty. It's this big potted plant. It's got a small poinsettia in it and some like ivy looking stuff and then some other greenery. It's a holiday festive one. And then I bought a couple Christmas cactuses. And I was thinking maybe I should split them up and try to, no, I think I'm just going to say this is a plant gift. So everybody, whoever wins this one is going to get all the plants. But while I was there, I found plants for myself. I don't do a lot of plants because I don't like to have to take care of them, but I like the way they look. I think they're great for the planet. I think we should have more in the house. We have to be careful of the kinds that we have in the house though, because our cats, if they can get into a potted plant, they will pee in it. I had it was probably about that round, of a dish, and I had some succulents in it. And it was maybe that tall or something. So not big. And it had succulents in it multiple times. And I had this on the kitchen table. Multiple times they dug the dirt out in it and squatted like on it and peed in it. So my point being, if they at all can fit, they will definitely sit, So I have to be careful on how I have plants around the house. I either have to have them elevated so that there's no way the cats can even get up into it, or I'm going to have to have them like hanging, which my husband doesn't love that because then he says you can't really appreciate the plant because it's so high up and it's kind of a pain in the butt to water, which he's not wrong, but I want more plants in the house. But we can't have like the big potted ferns or, big potted plants or whatever, because they will use that as a litter box. Anyway, so I got this really cute Christmas cactus. It's pretty small. It's the color I chose for us is kind of an orange, but it's so pretty. I didn't realize that Christmas cactuses could bloom that much. I've seen them in the past. My grandmother had one for decades that then my mom and my aunt took offshoots, took splits from. And I don't remember theirs really blooming like this. So this one's blooming like crazy right now. And then I got another plant. I don't know what kind it is. You guys might know. It's so pretty though. I'll put pictures of it. It's got wide leaves and they're kind of variegated with colors like pinks and whites and greens. It's just super pretty. So I'm slowly adding more pops of color via plants around the house. And I would like to get more. I think we just have to be very judicious in where we put them. Lowe's was having a sale 2 for $12 on poinsettias, but I did not get those because I'm still a little leery about them being toxic to animals. I know that they're really hyped up as being toxic, and they're probably not as toxic to most pets as people think that they are. Maybe if you have like a small Chihuahua or a Yorkie or something, and they nibbled on it, it'd probably be more serious than our 60-pound dogs that we have. I don't know. Our cats like to nibble on plants though, so I didn't really get any of those. But I have more Christmas gifts to wrap. I have been buying myself stuff, and I'm just going to wrap it and put it under the Christmas tree. And because I like to have stuff to open. And we almost never take the kids out, my husband and I, to buy gifts for mom or buy gifts for dad, that kind of a thing. We never started that. So my husband's bought himself a couple things. I think we're just going to wrap them and we'll just put them under the tree. So then we have something to unwrap, because it's kind of fun to have something to unwrap, Hopefully he will buy things for the stocking on his own this year. And it's not just me. It's almost always just me buying things for the stockings. And then I'm never surprised. I would like to be surprised. Maybe I'll mention that to him. He's not a mind reader, I guess. Although you shouldn't have to be a mind reader to know that people like surprises in their stockings. So if there are somebody who's watching this video who doesn't typically do the stocking stuffers, maybe put that on your to-do list this year. Surprise the other people in your life. All right, I think that's about it. I haven't really had too bad with like heartburn. I've had a couple sulfur burps here and there. It's whatever. But all in all, I feel good. Haven't been having the heart palpitations. Life in general. So I will see you guys hopefully in 7 days. I will remember to do a video, and hopefully I will have come down in weight. At this stage though, I'm kind of thinking maybe this is just, static for me. I'll finish out the rest of this cartridge. I'll probably do another cartridge and I'll bump it up to 15s. If I'm not actively losing weight at 15, I'll probably drop it down to like 7.5 and then just be in maintenance for a while and just try not to worry about it. I guess that's maybe something that I'll try. But you know me, I like to switch it up. So I'm still taking the BPC 157, have not started the MOTS-C and or SS31, SS33. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't started that protocol yet. I'll do that at some point. I don't know when. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye. I forgot to tell you guys yesterday when I was filming, even though my weight isn't really changing, I do feel like my body shape is changing. And the reason why I think this is twofold. One, because my husband said something to me the other day about how slim I'm looking, which was appreciated. And yeah, but also, so I've had this pair of underwear and I've had it, I don't know, for a few years. It's in good shape. I don't let my underwear get holes or anything like that. But it was like my favorite because it was one of my favorites. I have like two. It fit me well, it like hugged my body. It was soft. It didn't cut into me, all that good stuff. Well, I wore them the other day, like, I don't know, 4 days ago or so maybe. And almost like right from the jump, they were literally falling down my butt. So I had to keep reaching into my leggings and hoisting my underwear up, and it kept like falling down past my crack again. It was the craziest thing. I have never had underwear do that. So I was happy because that means that my shape has changed a decent amount, but I was also sad because I finally threw them out and they were my favorite underwear. So yeah, so even if you guys aren't seeing the scale change, your body shape might still be changing. And that was something I was going to tell you guys yesterday. And I was all excited because I thought it was funny, but annoying at the same time. Because I was walking around doing shopping that day. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share that. All right.